Imagine a place where laws are non-existent, rent does not exist, and everything is free. Sounds like an unthinkable paradise, doesn't it? Welcome to the last free place in America. In a world bound by rules and regulations, this place defies all norms. It's a place where the concept of rent is as alien as living on Mars, where everything you could possibly need or want is available without any cost. It's a place where the chains of law don't weigh you down, where freedom is not just a concept, but a way of life. You might be wondering, how can such a place exist in today's modern world? The answer is as fascinating as it is unexpected. This isn't some utopian dream or a figment of a writer's wild imagination. This is not a dystopian novel, but a real location in America, opening. This lawless city, known as Slab City, is situated in the heart of California. Nestled in the southeastern region of the state, Slab City is a stone's throw away from the Salton Sea, an accidental lake created by a flood in the early 20th century. It's a stark contrast from the glitz and glam of Los Angeles, which is about 150 miles west. To the south, roughly 40 miles away, lies the bustling border town of Mexicali in Mexico. To the east, a vast expanse of desert stretches out, filled with Joshua trees, tumbleweeds, and the heat. Oh, the relentless scorching heat. The landscape of Slab City is as raw as it gets. No high-rises, no manicured lawns. Instead, you'll find makeshift homes, RVs, and tents scattered across the barren desert. It's a place where the rules of modern society seem to have been left at the border, a place where freedom is as vast as the desert itself. Closing. Slab City is as real as the desert it stands on. Slab City was not always the last free place. This unique place, also known as the Slabs, has a fascinating history. The story of Slab City begins back in the mid-20th century, during the height of World War II. Originally, this swath of land in the Californian desert was home to Marine Corps Barracks Camp Dunlap. As the war ended, however, the base was decommissioned and abandoned. The military's departure left behind concrete slabs, the remnants of the former base's foundations. These slabs, from which the city draws its name, became the building blocks for what was to come. In the decades that followed, people started to trickle in. They were drawn by the allure of free land, a place where they could create their own rules, or perhaps live without any at all. These pioneers were a diverse bunch, including artists, retirees, people seeking a break from the societal norms, and those who simply couldn't afford to live anywhere else. Over time, this motley crew of residents began to construct makeshift homes upon the concrete slabs. They formed a community, a city unlike any other, a city free from the constraints of rent, taxes, and traditional societal rules. As the years rolled on, the city's population ebbed and flowed, but its spirit of freedom and self-reliance remained. It's crucial to note that Slab City's lawlessness doesn't stem from any formal declaration or legislation. Rather, it's a product of its unique circumstances. Its location on state-owned land, far from populated areas, and its lack of traditional infrastructure make it unappealing for government intervention. It's a place that's slipped through the cracks, a place that's been left to its own devices. And so, Slab City continues to exist, a testament to human resilience and the allure of freedom. It's a city built on concrete slabs and dreams, a city that asks nothing of its residents but to live as they please. The military base's remnants gave birth to Slab City, the last free place. Who would choose to live in a place with no rules, no rent, and free everything? It's a question that invites a myriad of answers, each as unique as the individual who calls Slab City home. On the surface, Slab City may seem to attract those who yearn for a life off the grid, a life removed from the bustle of modern society and its rules. But delve a little deeper, and you'll see that it's more than just the allure of freedom that draws people to this unconventional haven. There are those who have found in Slab City a place to escape the harsh realities of life, whether it be financial hardship, personal trauma, or simply the desire for a fresh start. They have traded in the constraints of a rent-driven lifestyle for the liberty of a life free from materialistic demands. Then, there are the artists, the dreamers, the seekers of inspiration. In the midst of Slab City's raw and rugged landscape, they find a canvas vast and varied, a muse unbound by norms. They've found a place where creativity isn't stifled, but rather encouraged to bloom in its most authentic form. You'll also find the wanderers, the nomads, those drawn by the call of the open road. For them, Slab City is not merely a destination, but a journey, a chapter in their narrative of exploration and discovery. And let's not forget the retirees, those who've spent their lives in the service of society, now seeking a tranquil spot to spend their golden years. They've found in Slab City a retirement haven devoid of the stress of mortgage payments and property taxes. Life in Slab City, with its absence of conventional rules and structure, is not for everyone. It requires a certain resilience, a certain independence of spirit. But for those who have made it their home, it offers something priceless: freedom. Freedom to live as they choose, to be who they want to be, in a community as rich in diversity as it is in character. The inhabitants of Slab City are as diverse as the concept of the city itself. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always in the know. Oh, and one more thing. Drop a quick "I subscribe" down in the comments, and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. Alright, enough of that. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Living free may not be as easy as it seems. Let's delve into the challenges that the residents of Slab City face. For starters, the absence of basic amenities is a significant hurdle. In this lawless city, modern comforts such as running water, electricity, and sewage systems are non-existent. Residents have to rely on solar panels for electricity, haul their own water, and devise innovative methods for waste disposal. The lack of a formal law enforcement agency also presents its own set of problems. While the community does its best to self-regulate, there are times when disputes arise, and there's no official authority to mediate. Petty theft and vandalism can occur, and without a police force, residents often have to rely on their own resources and community support to address these issues. Another challenge is the harsh desert conditions. The climate in Slab City is not for the faint-hearted. With temperatures that can soar to well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer and drop to near freezing in the winter, the weather is a formidable adversary. In addition, the isolation of Slab City, situated in the middle of the desert, can be both a blessing and a curse. While the solitude and tranquility can be therapeutic, it can also lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnect. For some, the lack of access to healthcare, education, and other societal infrastructures can be a real struggle. Despite these challenges, the residents of Slab City have shown a remarkable resilience. They have built a community that, while unconventional, is a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and endure. They have learned to live with less, to help one another, and to appreciate the beauty and simplicity. But it's important to remember that this way of life isn't for everyone. It requires a certain level of tenacity, resourcefulness, and a willingness to forego certain comforts that many of us take for granted. Freedom, it seems, comes with its own set of challenges. What is the future for the last free place on Earth? This question hangs heavily in the air as we consider the destiny of Slab City, a unique enclave of independence nestled in the heart of America. As a society that thrives on freedom and rejects conventional norms, Slab City's future is as unpredictable as its residents. However, certain factors could sway its path, with possible outcomes ranging from preservation to transformation. Firstly, let's consider the longevity of Slab City's status as a free city. This is largely dependent on the tolerance of the local government. While currently, they allow Slab City to exist in its anarchic state, this could change if the powers that be perceive it as a threat or a liability. It's also contingent on the residents' ability to maintain their communal lifestyle without succumbing to internal conflicts or the lure of modern conveniences. Then there's the impact of external influences. Tourism, for instance, is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it brings much-needed revenue and attention to Slab City, helping to sustain its existence. On the other hand, increased tourism could threaten the city's distinctive culture, as outsiders bring their own values and expectations into this unique space. Another potential game changer is government intervention. There's always the possibility that the government could decide to reclaim the land, evict the residents, and put an end to the Slab City experiment. This could be triggered by a variety of factors, from concerns about safety and sanitation to pressure from property developers. Yet, despite these uncertainties, there's a sense of resilient optimism among the Slabbers. They believe in the power of freedom and community, and they're willing to fight to preserve their unique way of life. They see a future where Slab City continues to evolve and thrive, remaining a beacon of freedom in an increasingly regulated world. Only time will tell the fate of the last free place. But whatever happens, the spirit of Slab City, its bold defiance of convention, its celebration of freedom, its embodiment of the human spirit's indomitable will to survive and thrive, will live on.